Even though this was the Cowboys rookie camp, the quote of the weekend, and I think the news of the weekend has nothing to do with rookies. In fact, it has to do with veteran. I'm Mike Fisher, your trusty and trusted reporter. This is the Fishbowl. That is the star. There is the QR code in which you can get into the Uncle Fish store and walk around the neighborhood as if you're very much a part of, which you are, 65,000 strong, this Emmy award-winning program. So the Cowboys special teams coordinator, and remember around here he's not just a coach, he's a coordinator, Bones Fossil, has an entertaining habit. Is that the right way of putting it? A nice way of putting it? I'm trying to be right and nice. He has an entertaining habit of holding court when he gets a chance to talk to the media. And this weekend, he was talking both entertainingly, he is nothing if not that, and openly, I guess he's that too, about the team's need for a kicker. Now, I keep saying they have Tristan Vizcaino on the roster. He's signed. Can we quit ignoring his presence here? Because I know there's people in the building that like him. Maybe Bones, I don't know. I always thought Bones was probably one of them. Maybe he's not. But week after week after week here in this offseason, they've ignored the fact that they have a kicker. If they had a game today, Tristan Vizcaino would be the kicker. And by the way, if they had a game today, which would be odd, Tristan Vizcaino would probably kick just fine in the game. But on the entertainment front, because that's what Bones Fossil does, he said that in addition to the rostered kicker Tristan, quote, I think anybody on earth who's not on the team right now is under consideration. Ha ha, ding ding, funny stuff. And of course, that's the kind of quote that gets Bones Fossil headlines. I'm not saying that's why he does it. I think he does it just because he is naturally just effervescent. That's the word we're going to use. Effervescent. Anybody on earth who's not on this team right now is under consideration to be kicker. But then he went a step beyond and said, I'm paraphrasing our buddy John Machota here from The Athletic. John Fossil says the Cowboys are still evaluating kickers from free agent veterans, the XFL, the USFL, etc. That's the everybody on earth part. He also mentioned NFL vets like Robbie Gould, ding, Mason Crosby, ding, Ryan Succop, ding. He did? He did. There's no ha-ha there. And so now we get to discuss, and the Cowboys themselves clearly are discussing, taking very seriously, finding a replacement for last year's roller coaster kicker, Brett Maher. In fairness, Maher had a perfectly good year last year, right up until the time when he didn't. He is not presently under contract. I suppose he could still find himself involved in the competition here in Frisco at some point. But what separates him from some of these other names is the money, the level of commitment that the Cowboys have been willing to make and take at kicker. Now, Zerline, I think he might have made $3 million 1 year here. And that was a Bones Fossil thing, and that didn't work. And so the Cowboys kind of went back to the philosophy that they've embraced for most of 30 years, which is just go find a school teacher or a soccer coach or a fireman with a leg. But the three names we're mentioning here are $4 million kickers. Gould, Crosby, Succop, these are $4 million a year guys. That's 4 times what Maher and Vizcaino make. Vizcaino is scheduled to make like $900,000. And right now, Brett Maher is scheduled to make $0,000. So you may recall my recent conversation with Stephen Jones about Maher. And he said something about going back to the drawing board, meaning not an endorsement. Let's go do something else at the drawing board. And again, we also know that there are people in the building who like Vizcaino. But this Cowboy news of the day is gigantic. And not just because Bones Fossil is trying to someday take over for Jimmy Kimmel on late night talk show, funny ha-has. The special teams coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys came out and mentioned the three biggest names that you could mention in free agent kicking. And I don't know where this is going yet, but if I'm you, I'm either A, really excited at the possibility that the Cowboys are going to say, maybe we should carve out a couple extra $1 million and go get a kicker that we don't have to bite our nails on every time he swings his leg, or B, that Jerry Jones got called downstairs to Bone Fossil's office and said, come on up here, and said, Mr. Bones, we ain't running a Jimmy Kimmel show around here. What in the world are you doing? I think what they're doing, maybe, just maybe, is taking the idea of a real live kicker that you've heard of that you have to pay seriously. Stay tuned. Fish out.